Hey, I'm back. In the last episode, we enjoyed some Easter gains, tanked our chance of obtaining better equipment by overleveling divination, and finished off the chunk with our second 99 with 99 attack. We rolled ourselves into the Catherby Beach. What do you think about the new chunk?
I don't know. It seems kind of fishy to me.
Yeah, sounds about right. Let's talk about it. The map of RuneScape is divided into sections called chunks, each with their own set of resources, obstacles, and challenges. This is Prism Chunk, my extreme-ish one-chunk Iron Man. I've been tasked with locking myself to a chunk until I've completed everything it has to offer. Starting in Birthorpe, we expand our domain bit by bit. Join me as I conquer Gillinor, one chunk at a time. This is Prism Chunk, my one-chunk Iron Man. The Catherby Beach comes with a modest list of tasks that we have to take care of. Starting with the skill requirements, we have 80 cooking to cook a shark, 76 fishing to catch said shark, and we have our third 99 with fletching as the cape is available from Higton's shop. Next up we have our best in slot gear. Oddly enough, the only actual required item is rune bolts that I can, once again, buy from Higton's shop. There is, however, the Shaman outfit, which is a best in slot skilling outfit for summoning. This set is not actually required under my rule set since it is locked behind a time-gated event, Familiarization, which is available to do only once a week or twice if I use a reset token. I will, however, likely acquire it as I predict I will be in this chunk long enough to do it, enough times to gather all the pieces. We have some other items to attain for untracked uniques. We start our golden egg collection with golden tuna, lobster, swordfish, and shark eggs. We also have to get the big bass, big swordfish, and big shark. These are all acquired naturally through fishing. This chunk will also allow us to complete not one, but two of our first quests. The Christmas-themed Violet quest and its sequel are self-contained within the portal now accessible on the mountain, so we will be able to finish them both. And finally, we will be able to dip our toes into some achievements. We have 4 from the Seer's Diary and 1 from Dungeoneering. The Mackerel achievement, to fish a mackerel, at least it doesn't need walking, which is to obtain a pet fish from Harry, All Your Bass, which is to catch and cook a bass, and Gonna Need a Bigger Boat, which is to catch 5 sharks at the beach. Totem pole position is related to sinkholes, which we do have access to. I think that's all, so let's get into the episode. Okay, with that being said, a couple of notes. Number one, it wants me to unlock the lodestone because technically it's in that chunk that I just unlocked. However, you can see the problem. There's a mountain and a tree in the way. So you actually need this chunk to unlock it. So I'm going to have to backlog that one. As for the 120 fletching, definitely not doing that. I calculated it. It's over 1.6 million logs, maple logs, even more of the lower ones. So I will not be doing the 120, but I can do the 99. That's about a little bit less than 40,000. So that's definitely doable. I can do that with the lower trees if necessary, or the maples, whatever. It'll be done. And then the cooking and the fishing, I will have to teleport back to the lodestone because, as I mentioned in the last episode, the bank that's down here, the chunk border is actually right here. The door, the door is inaccessible. I also can't get down there unless I have a grapple, or I would have to go back through the mountain anyway to go there. So it's not useful at all. So the plan, we'll start with the fishing because that's new and kind of looking forward to that. And then as I get bored with that, I will switch back and forth between the fletching and the fishing. So I guess that's it. Let's begin our first trip of fishing. And I guess I'll document how fast it takes me to get all the way to the beach. So we start at the lodestone, bank our stuff, run up through this mountain. and pop out on this beach. So as you can see, that will be quite a trek. But, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do as chunk accounts. So I think I will start with the big net fishing and go for the bass and the big bass and all those achievements associated with that. Until I complete those, then I'll move up to the next one. Kind of missed it already. Catch a mackerel. Complete. The first of our Sears chunk tasks. Alright, that was faster than I expected. The caskets from fishing here dropped a cosmic talisman, which is something I can add onto my hood. I don't know if I collect cosmics because I have a decent stockpile from the ice giants. But yeah, it's definitely good to have if I really needed it. I can grab a similar with the nature runes. You can get 5 of them per day. So yeah, good addition to the team here. I forgot about this one too. Cook a bass. Completed. Inadvertently completing the Sears Village achievement diaries, even though I just talked about it. Yeah, that shows you how much I'm paying attention to what I'm doing over here. There we go, our first fishing level of the grind, 52. It doesn't unlock anything, but it's the first step, which is in some cases the most interesting step of the whole journey. Let's actually start the fish flinger stuff. I had to change my interface back down to the normal scaling because there is an Alt-1 plugin for this. I haven't used it. I did my fish flingers on my main before this thing came out. There used to be a friends chat for it, but I don't think it exists anymore. They use the achievement help thingy, so I'm gonna kind of have to do these on my own as I go through. But we're gonna be here a while, so I think I'll have time to do it on my own. And there we go, our first match. It's gonna be a bit difficult to get these two. You need some other people in here. Maybe I can try to find it. But look at me, I am the unrivaled champion. You cannot beat me because you do not exist. Haha! Alright, let's go down. What can we get? We need like a lot of medals. But one of the things we can get are the outfit and the fish box. The fish box would actually be relatively useful since I need to run forever. So I think I'll try to go for this first. It's gonna take me a bit of time to do it, but I'll go for the box first, and then I'll go for the outfit, and then anything left over would just be, I guess, the fish or more tickets. I don't know. But yeah, that was fun. Our first fish flingers match is complete. Oh, check it out. We got our first golden egg, the tuna. That's one of the tasks. Can't use it until we get our house and build an aquarium, but it's a good start. Relatively quickly, we've actually gotten our first tackle box here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that. I don't remember how much it works. One fish. You can teleport 25 raw fish per day, apparently, and it can hold 6. It's the first one, so not very impressive, but you know, it's better than nothing. Oh yeah, there's another thing. We have a familiarization obelisk actually. I need to test to see if it actually where it teleports me to before I actually try to go into it. Get knocked out of the chunk borders. But yeah, so every week we can work towards the shaman thing. Again, it's another time-gated thing, so it's going to be passive. But I'll definitely want that before I get over to there for the 99 summoning thing when I get there. 63 fishing, but that's not what this clip is about. We actually got the next tier of the tackle box. So basically halfway there, if you ignore the little bit of extra points you need. This does 50 per day, which is good. I don't know how much it holds. Definitely an improvement. We're getting up to useful levels of item here. And then we can get the fish outfit, and we can look pretty dapper like our friend here. So I think some of you may have realized, but I have made an oopsie. Turns out the Fish Flingers minigame is not instanced. It's actually its own area up here. So let's just pretend I didn't do all those games and get all that XP in the box. We'll drop the box into the bank and it will sit there until I can roll it proper. Oops, sorry. What's done is done. So please forgive me. I don't want to restart my account, so I won't. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. So at the last episode, I was a little bit mistaken when I said I don't have access to the sinkholes. What I meant to say was they're not required since they are a time-gated activity. But at this corner here, I think sinkholes do spawn. So when one spawns, I can try to hop around and see if one comes here, and hopefully I can get that achievement done. Technically I should have done it in the last one. Oh well. This is an episode of mistakes, huh? But yeah, in 10 minutes I'm gonna hop around and see if I can get that done. Okay, so never mind, I did hop around a little. Turns out it doesn't change the location based on what world. It's in the same location on every single world. So yeah, it would fall under the time-gated rule, so technically not required for me, at least, but you know, I'm gonna keep an eye out for it and see if I can get it done. Speak of the sinkhole and it shall appear. Hopefully after I come back it doesn't send me back to the Demonheim Peninsula. Hopefully it sends me back here, and hopefully I don't need other people, because as far as I know it's relatively dead minigame. I guess we'll figure it out in a little bit, but I'm ready. I'm not ready. We have to deposit our items. That's not good. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, let's try this again. Yes, I know, definitely, sure. Yeah, okay. One player ready. We'll see. Oh, I need at least 2 people. I can hold on. I have a solution. The solution is me. When in doubt, do it yourself, right? I guess this will let me hog all the resources myself, so I can get a little bit of extra experience, which hopefully will be pretty nice. Not very useful since I don't have any resource dungeons or the dungeon itself, but this used to be the meta. So let's get this done, and hopefully we can check off that achievement. Is this illegal? Using myself? I feel like it's illegal. Oh, there we go. Achievement complete. Great. Let's continue. Okay, that's it. Now we get our reward at the end. I guess I can rig it a little bit too, but that feels like cheating, so I'm just going to take whatever I get. And another achievement, complete the sinkhole. Very productive outing for me. Now the only thing left to mention is if I get kicked out to the right place. Fingers crossed. Great, okay, we're safe. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any more of them because since there's no one else ever playing these, it doesn't really feel right to boost to get extra rewards and stuff, so I'm gonna leave it alone. It just feels like it's the right thing to do. So now that those are out of the way, well, let's get back to the fishing. Check it out. Coming back from my AFK session, got myself the big bass. So that's probably the most annoying one out of the way, because of all this junk in the inventory. I tried to put them on the hotbar to drop them. However, the seaweed has a grind option, the cod has a grind option, and the equipment is wear. So it only worked for the mackerel and the non-big bass. So that was pretty annoying, but the rest of it should be pretty nice. But I will be banking the other stuff since we need to do the cooking as well. So I guess I'll start with the tuna and the swordfish because I feel like it. I have no other reason why. But we'll go until we get the big swordfish and the golden eggs, and then I guess I'll go back to the lobster until we get those eggs. Nice. Double nice. I finally found our buddy Pick and Mix here, so we can do our first familiarization on the account. It has some pretty decent rewards. It can actually get me a couple of bars. I think up to rune. The spooky ones would be if I got steel, because that's 99 smithing. But it also has a couple of tasks, so we kind of have to do it. Since it's a weekly, it's the only time I can do it is once or twice a week if I use a token. But yeah, let's get into this and do our first one. I start my first as a pile of poo. Seems pretty accurate. There we go, 60. That's as far as I know the max. There we go, our first achievement for familiarization. I can either get triples charms, which is a little bit useless. I'm gonna take the mystery box. It could be anything. It could even be charms. But let's see what we got for our first. Actually, hold on. Let's do a second one. Double our prizes while we have them. And then yeah, let me do it again, and then we'll roll and see what we got. This time I get to be a jellyfish. A man of war looking jellyfish, which is pretty cool. Gotta avoid the bat and the golem. Let's begin. Is this a void spinner? Is this what they look like now? I haven't been to pest control in forever. Dang, that's weird. It's not bad. It's just, it's different. Huh. Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore whatever's hunting me. It seems like I genuinely have enough time to collect the 60 I need, even if I get hit a couple times. There we go, number 2 is done. Let's collect our boxes and see what we get. Okay, apparently I can't get it unless I open this one, so let's open this one first. Okay, that scared me, but I got the first piece of the shaman outfit, which is good. Might as well wear it, because why not? I thought those were steel. I was spooked for a second, but good chunk. Alright, let's see if he'll give me my second box. Swamp toad, snake hides, and the other hands. The other piece. I don't think these do anything. This is some crafting that I can't... Well, I can use it, but there's no point. And these do potions, but there might be some other stuff. This might be useful for some boosting. I'll have to look it up. This is not useful at all. I already have one of those, so I already checked it out. And this will save me a little bit of smithing and mining, I suppose, but yeah, good. Alright, let's move on with the fishing. So I looked it up. The snake hide can be used to make the spirit cobra, which can make cockatrice eggs, which can then make summoning potions. So if I need summoning potions for whatever reason, I can make them from that, but that's it doesn't really seem worth it at this point. But that's something I'll keep in mind. Okay, new book plan. We're going back to farming. The 110 crafting update brought about the starbloom flowers, which I can grow in the flower patch right over here. So just one chunk over, or two, I'm not sure. But I can get those from the shooting stars. So in the chance while I'm picking them up from the random time they fall, I want to, just in case, have it available to not have to go back to Vinesweeper again. I don't think I'm going to have it required, since it's only coming from the shooting stars, and at that only the size 7 or bigger. So same reason I'm not requiring myself to mine the size 10 star. I'm not going to be requiring me to get the starbloom flower, but just in case I do, I want to be prepared for it. Oh, neat. We've got ourselves the next egg, the swordfish egg. So that's 2 of the 3 things we need from this spot. I just need the big swordfish, which hopefully comes soon, but it's 1 in 5,000, so we still have a little bit of ways to go, probably like 40% of the way to the drop rate. But the egg is good to have. I kind of feel like it's a little bit rare, but I'm just making that up. But yeah, good. 2 out of 3 from the harpoon spot. Okay, well, it's the next inventory, and I got the big swordfish, so looks like my luck is pretty good with the fishing, I guess. Payback for the time I spent. That's what I like to believe, and I'm not going to question it. So now we move over to the lobsters. Big old nostalgia trip here. Unfortunately, I can't run over to the bank like I used to in the old days, but once we hit the egg for the lobster, that will be everything until the sharks. And there we go. We got ourselves the lobster egg. That is all the RNG grinds I can do at the moment. Until we get to the sharks, we're about halfway there. I'm deciding on if I want to continue with the lobsters or go back to the tuna and the swordfish. Probably a bit of both, depending on how I'm feeling. The tuna, I don't burn, so maybe if I go up till 72, enough tuna, then I'll stop burning the lobsters, and then I can move on to stuff. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna have a nice collection of food going forward up until the sharks. I think now would be a good time for a section called Prism Pro Tips. Number 1, if you cook on a bonfire, you get 10% more XP. Number 2, the bank has a right-click option to load the last preset, so you don't need to open the bank to load the last preset, which can save you a couple ticks. Number 3, the Dwarven Army Axe gives you 3 more XP when cooking. Number 4, dropping flax on the ground while you have your Premier Artifact Porter chance activated, and then looting it, gives the chance to activate the Porter effect, even though it's only 50%. So if you just repeat that over and over, you can indefinitely bank whatever is on the ground, so you don't have to bank. And number 5, if you right click on a fishing spot and wait until it moves, you can click on the option to fish and it'll find the spot for you. And that will be all for my pro tips. If you have any that you know, leave them in the comments to engagement farm. So I was looking through the legendary pet interface thing, and apparently I was wrong about not having access to a repair station. Apparently legendary pets can repair weapon and armors, like an armor stand. So that is an option if I get something that needs to be repaired. However, I still don't think it's worth it, especially after botching the level of divination. But yeah, it's a good thing to keep in mind for later. And there we go, 76 fishing, the first skill requirement task of the chunk. That lets us fish up some sharks. I'm not going to move over there yet because we still need a bit more cooking XP. I don't have enough raw fish to reach that. So I'm going to stick with the lobsters here until we have enough to cook up to there. The circus is back. Time for some new pants. No pants this time, only some shirts. This one kind of looks nice. Not as much. Even worse. Maybe I'll stick with this. It looks kind of fitting for the fishing background, yeah? Neat. There's actually people here in the sinkhole world. I can do it. So we just hit 79, and that's not the reason I'm making this clip. I actually just realized I can make cooking potions. I have Harlander, and you need the cooked swordfish. So I don't actually need to get up to 80. I will, because I want more food stockpiled for later. But I am aware that that is a thing now. Did myself 2 more familiarizations. Got myself the headdress. Yeah, that's it. And the poncho. And some jugs of water, some iron ingots, more toads, and some bagged plants. So we can make our home pretty when we finally get it. There we go. The second skilling requirement of the account. We can finally cook ourselves some sharks without boosting. So next up on the agenda is to start fishing the sharks until we get a big shark. Honestly, this is one I don't mind going too dry on because that means we'll have a nice big stock of sharks. So let me finish up using my aura and then I'll start on the sharks. Alright, we're back at this beach. I saw your fireworks, grats dude. This first shark we catch should get us an achievement for the Sears Achievement Diary. Any second now. Any second. There we go. Oh, I guess not. Maybe it's for the big shark? Let me see. Oh, no, it's 5 sharks. So any second now. There we go. See? Only 1 second. I promised. Just kidding. I forgot how painfully slow catching sharks was. But, I mean, it'll pay off, right? Some primo copium here. Hey, check it out. We got ourselves a shark egg. I thought it was a bug at first. It looked kind of like a scarab or something like that. A little shark purse. Cool. So that's 50% of the RNG. Not too long actually. It's only been maybe like 20 inventories worth. I don't know. I haven't been counting. But yeah, that's nice. Cool. Another week done, another mystery box, but I think this will be the last piece of the shaman outfit. Unless the fang is in these boxes as well. But that's it. That gets us the pants. And is that a weapon? I can't make tar. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so I think that is the last piece of the shaman outfit, but I can do one more this week. So let's see if the fang is in there. Yeah, it's a tier 30 crossbow. It uses bolt damage. But yeah, I can't make the tar, but I mean, that's confusing. That looks so silly. The texture on this is so old. What am I holding it by? These are the legs. My hand is sorry children. And next box gets us head. Oh, okay. Forgot about that part. I think that lets us start collecting summoning shards once per day. So that's good. I don't know if these things do anything. Probably not. I'll check it out, but good. We'll start adding to our daily collection. And there we have it, over 5,000 sharks. That makes us officially dry for the big shark. Again, not really complaining because I get myself a nice stockpile of food, but let's press on. And here we have a vicious game of Rune Link between Connor and Memu. Both have red pieces, so I get very confused easily. But let's see how this goes. Connor just blew Memu out of the water in the last match. But can he repeat it? He's got a good setup. He's got 3 in the middle. It only takes 1 blunder to up. There it is. It's up, and he got blocked. So whoever goes into that second column there is gonna lose it. So you just kind of have to stall out until. Ooh, the tension. This is all for our 99 party. For fletching and mining for Unclumpman over there. But all it takes is 1 mistake, 1 misclick, and that'll end it all. This is tight, that is right. All it takes, they're just gonna fill it up until we get there. As long as they don't mess it up, we'll see whoever fills up the last one. It's gonna be the winner. Because they'll be forced. So it looks like fire, blood, fire, blood, fire, blood, fire, blood. It looks like Connor's gonna win this one. And that's all she wrote, folks. There is always the chance of that misclick. There's still 2 more spaces. Is he gonna take it gracefully, or is he gonna stall out the time? Oh, he just gives it up. An honorable defeat. Oh boy. What a riveting day in the Birthwarp Games room. And now we've got one with Let Us Gnome against Connor. Can Connor defend his championship, or will Let Us Gnome dethrone him? There's only one way to see. Early lead. We've got Connor with the 3. All he takes is 1 mistake. And hopefully Gnome can set up their pieces up there. And it's blocked by Connor, thwarting any attempt to try to get that lead. I think a good thing you need to watch out for is if Connor places one right here, he can just fill himself up and he'll get this one or this one. So that's something to be conscionable going forward. Hopefully Gnome will watch that. And are they going to see it? This is the moment of truth. If they don't see it, oh, they didn't see it. Connor's gonna place it. It's Connor gonna see it. That's the important thing. If he doesn't see it, then we won't know. But if Connor plays right there, then he can just play right there. Gnome will block there, and then he wins this way. Oh, he saw it. And it's only a matter of time now. Gnome fell for the trap. As long as Connor doesn't blunder anything. It looks like he's gonna defend his title, and he's drawing it out. He's taking his sweet time, but the longer you take, the bigger the chance of the blunder. Oh, and he sees a Gnome is fighting for their glory as much as they can, but I don't know how much they can do. It doesn't look like there's any more places that they can go. And Connor just delivers the killing blow. Just one more move from Gnome, and it'll be all over. And it's done. Connor moves up the ranking, now rated 1139. And we've got another game that I'm not familiar with at all. It's called Draughts. I was told this is checkers, but this doesn't look like checkers at all. It might be another weird Connect 3. So I'm not going to talk about this one because I don't know anything about it. Is it another Connect 4? You just have to... Oh, it's Reversi. Runeversi? Is that what it's called? I don't know. But basically, when you make a connection, you flip the pieces over to your color rune. And then whoever has the most color, whatever, at the end of when the whole board is filled up, I think that's how they determine who is the winner. So I'm gonna leave this one alone because I don't know anything about anything other than like the basic rules. But I'm gonna take a screenshot for posterity. And we have a resignation, it seems. They ran out of time, they gotta leave. The weird part is not that this game exists. The weird part was they both had not 1000 rating. Meaning they've played this before. Okay, it looks like it's my turn. Alright, here we go. I'm feeling spacious today. We're going cosmic. I get the glory of going first. We're going to take the middle. Let's see. I'm going to try to do the trick of stacking up multiple different ways to go. And hopefully I can trick it. Okay. That's fine. Actually, that's actually good. I like the second row because I can go up this way and try to. Oh, he saw it. Let me see what else I can do. Oh, I can go into the third row here. I know the tricks. I know the game. At least I pretend to anyway, but we'll see. My next move will be here if I can, and if he does. Oh, he didn't see it. That's it. But now he's got that one. So what I need to do, it's kind of the same. Whoever plays here first loses. I can try to set up another way. Now it looks like it's gonna be another time stall to see, but I need to not blunder anything in the meantime. Let me see. I feel like there is a whoever goes first bias. Let me see. So if I go here, he goes there. If I go here, he might have calculated it. The going first bias that I was talking about. But let us not botch it on the way there. This might ruin my 100% win streak. Hopefully not though. Did I screw up? He's gonna go there. I might have messed up. Let's go there just in case. It's similar over here if whoever goes here first also is the loser. Me, him, me, him, me. Alright, looks like I win. Woo! And I will never play again. Because I have a 100% win. Undefeated champion. Woo! That's nice. Game over. GG! The other interesting thing here is where's the NPCs? The bartenders. They have dwarven stouts actually. I didn't know these were in here. And wizard mind bombs. So this will actually decrease any mining goals. Like if I wanted to go for that size 10 star, I can go to 99 instead of 100. A little, I guess, time save, but it could prove useful later. Wait, hold on. Why is it my turn? I'm not the one playing. Wait, can I click? What happens? Oh, nothing. But why is it my turn? I'm not even playing. Spaghetti code in this outdated game. What's going on? Another week, another 2 boxes. The second box. Chinchambas. That's fun. Wait. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. It just means I need 99 summoning when I get over there, which I was gonna do anyway. So, it's fine. The ingots are fine, the bars are the scary things. So this is fine. I enjoy these familiarization clips because it kind of gives you a time sense of how long I've been here. I'm up to 10,000 sharks with no big shark yet, which again is alright because it means food stocks, even if I'm gonna burn 25% of it. Still good to have, still going. More sharks for me. I am sorry, RNG Sky, but take this as compensation. 2,000 total level. That's as good as a quest, right? Yeah, all within 5 chunks. I can do quests. I'll do it soon. I'll go see Violet. Just for you. And just as promised, we've got our Christmas stuff on and some sandals. You can't forget what we're really doing here. But we're gonna do our first quest. We're gonna help little Violet here in her land of snow. And since it is a Christmas quest, I figured I'd dress up for the occasion, bring out the Christmas stuff again. So this quest is a lovely jaunt through the land of snow to help our little friend Violet make some friends. She's been living by herself with her Yeti parents, and she has not had the fortune of going to the annual Christmas holiday village celebration thingy. So we have to get her over and help her out and make her some friends. We start off by trying to climb up this mountain, dodging the boulders of snow along the way. Upon reaching the summit, we confront our attacker. It's this little girl, Violet. And as any responsible adult would do, finding a lost child in the wilderness, we follow her to her house. Fortunately, her parents are home and they are able to take care of the situation. With kindness, we are invited into their home, offered some food, and we immediately show our bias against monsters, even though they've not done anything before and we have never seen a Yeti in our entire lives. We learn about the festival that is held in the Yeti town every year and that Violet wants to go see it. But she's been too young and it is too dangerous for her to go alone. So, I offer to help her out. We go to tell her the good news so we can prepare for the journey. And we are sure to bring only the essentials, like a toy train, a book on how to be a witch, a weapon gizmo. Apparently this little girl's an adept smith, diviner, and crafter. Some wooden symbol that I'm not sure of the significance of. And finally some actual clothing with some climbing boots and a scarf. And with that, we set off on our journey. The first stop along the way is this clearing where we have to continue into a dark passageway. But Violet is scared, so we need to do something to assuage her fears. We do so by collecting some sap from these trees and some fireflies to stick on the other trees to light the way. With the path lit up, we make our way to the next clearing to find ourselves a horde of ice golems. They are all running around like golems with their heads cut off, so we need to help them. We do so by crafting some heads and chucking them in random directions until they land in the correct spot. Once all 15 have been re-headed, we can move on to our next destination. But first, there's a very interesting piece of dialogue here. He is a chunky monkey. This Yeti is a chunk man, it is confirmed. Next up we come to a precariously frozen lake, and to get across that we need to build a couple of snowmen. Somehow this allows Violet to use her mutant Yeti scream to put more snow on the frozen lake, therefore reinforcing it. I don't know. Just go with it. And then onto the next lake, we have to push Violet in a barrel like a slider puzzle. Again, I'm not really sure why we couldn't have just, picked her up and pushed her forward or did the same thing as the last lake, but again, let's just go with it. Once safely across, we make our way up to the top of the hill just above the Yeti town. We need to find our way down to it, and there is a conveniently placed dismantled sled right here that we can use to slide down the slope. We commit a little bit of vandalism to collect the resources we need to make the sled, and quickly assemble it in the center of the clearing. And all that's left is to pick a name and make our grand entrance into the Yeti town. There we have it. The first quest on the account is done. Oh boy. I hope that makes you happy, RNG Sky. Did this all for you. 2 quest points. Got some nice... Wait, 2? Oh, I guess we start with 1 at base. I don't know. But we got our first quest. A monumental day in the world of Prism Chunk. Oh, we got some nice lamps too. I mean, I guess keep going with farming, since that's what I'm doing anyway. Oh, it's it's only 1,000. Why not? I guess it is a beginner quest after all. But we've got this new area here, and I think there's some post-quest rewards that we can do. Like some imps and stuff. Let me take a look and see what we got. So there are 2 things available to me right now. Firstly being these frozen imps. Unfortunately, you need level 20, 40, 60, and 80 to do anything with it, and unfortunately I'm locked out of a bunch of skills, so those are going to have to wait for a while. But something very important is this bonfire right here, because adding logs to them actually gives more XP than a normal bonfire does. It also counts as an eternal bonfire, so for cooking that is also very useful. So I'm glad I did this. But with the sequel, there might be some more stuff to unlock. But that's going to have to wait till another time. I want to go back to fishing. Oh my god, that's the wrong fish! Hello Bubbles, nice to meet you. My first legitimate pet. I'll take it. 83, very good, very nice. I'm happy to have you. Thank you, Bubbles. Thank you for showing up. Still going for the big shark though, but very nice to see you. Hello Bubbles. This is awkward. As you can see, I am not where I'm supposed to be. So I was waiting for a sinkhole and nobody showed up, so it kicked me out, and I'm here. So I unlocked all these music tracks. Yeah, this is a bad episode for leaving my chunks. Another week of familiarization, 1 and 2. That's a new talisman for the hood, and a bunch of different stuff that don't really help me either. That's fine. Back to fishing. Oh, it's here. It's real. It's been like a month. It's real. Oh my goodness. I've been waiting so long. I'm like 20,000 sharks now. I'm like 19.9 thousand. It's done. At least the fishing part. I think. Oh man, I have to go and check again what's left. Yeah, almost 20,000 sharks. 4 times dry. Okay. So I guess I need to relax. I've been waiting for this for a while. Let me relax and come back. Okay, yeah, so I think all that is left is to get 99 fletching. I say all, like it's nothing. It's actually not too bad. It's about 38,000 logs of maple variety. So the plan will be to cut my tree here, And whenever it is down, I'll pick up some flax, make some bowstrings, and head to the bank with whatever I got. So that every flax bit I get is basically the same as one log cut. So probably around 18,000, 20,000 logs if I get 1-to-1 with the flax. Give or take, plus or minus. I know in a previous episode I said I could hop around to look for implings while this happens, while it's down, except the problem is the tree doesn't actually grow back. It kind of skips over the growth cycles when you're hopping around sometimes. I noticed that with the potatoes, like they would take a lot longer to grow. So I guess I just hang out here for 20,000 logs, or 40,000, I don't know, whatever it is. And anything that happens along the way you'll see, but maybe it'll just flash to 99 fletching. We'll see. So I think I'm gonna start using these on fletching. I don't really mind the fletching grind at the moment, but every book I use takes off like 400 log equivalents from the grind, so might as well decrease, 800 per day is very nice. So I will do that, and I'm pretty much at 97, so I might as well just save it for later when I get to that point. More boxes. Ooh, oh, ooh. That's actually really good. I can make a new hatchet. Oh, I like it. Thank you, box. I have to also take a look and see if that unlocks anything else. But yes, good. Hatchet, thank you. Okay, and number 2. Okay. Is that good for a potion? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But this is nice. I like this. Got myself a pickaxe. I guess a little bit of armor. I added it to the chunk picker. It's got a whole bunch of extra stuff, but I'm limited on the number of things I can make because I have only 16. So I will make the pickaxe. I'll make the hatchet. And then I will decide on what else I should make. But I do need to use them all up, I think, as per the rules of the chunk peoples. Alright, let's go ahead and use these immediately because they are immediately useful for our current grind. We'll get the hatchet and then we'll get the pickaxe +2 because I can, and I don't think I have anything else I want to use these on. And I should have 7 bars left over. I don't think any of the other equipment is a bit useful. I guess a plate body because I have only the chain body at the moment. There we go. Add it to the tool belt. But big upgrade from the Dwarven Army Axe, which is a steel, so that skips black and mithril. So it's a 3-tier increase. Terrific. That'll make these things a lot faster. But yeah, I think I'll make a plate body because I only have the chain body at the moment with whatever's left over. And I guess whatever's left over I'll make into something else. I don't know. None of this is particularly useful because all the melee weapons are dwarfed by the spear we got. Not that one. The two-handed weapons, the one-handed weapons, range weapons, I don't know. I'll figure it out later after I'm done chopping and stuff. There we go. +2 pickaxe. Add that onto the tool belt. And that is above iron, so it's even bigger jump than the hatchet. Yeah, but yeah, 7 more bars. I'll have to figure out what I want to make with it. But for now, we get back to chopping. So apparently mining with this new pickaxe was an achievement that I didn't know about. So there we go. We got ourselves a bonus task. There's the first of 2, 98 fletching. Just 1.2 mil to go. So this week may be a special week because if we are lucky, when we start this next familiarization, we might get ourselves an achievement. We just need to play for one more dude. I think we need to play as the stranger plant, And that will get us an achievement. So let's roll the dice. What do we get? We did it! A bit too familiar, achievement complete. You get that by playing as all of the different familiars. And we've done it! It's also a trim requirement, I believe, so knock that one off the list. Let me finish this game and we'll see what we get from that next box. And 2. We have been blessed! We got a rune bar! Just after the adamant bar. Oh, thank you. Not gonna be as big of a boost. Woohoo! That's another, at least a hatchet. Pickaxe? It'll give me the base pickaxe. But yeah, buddy. Alright, let's add these into the metal bank and make ourselves the hatchet. Is there anything else useful that we got? Just the hatchet? Wait. Crossbow. No, that's not good. Is it? No, I don't think so. Alright, hatchet it is. And there we go. On to the tool belts we go. Nice. One last thing before we finish off the fletching. It's been another 4 months and we've got ourselves the next chisel, sculpting chisel. One of the passive tasks that we've been working towards. It's going to take another 4 months maybe. I don't remember how many of the other ones I've built so far. But this is 3 of 4 that we can get at the moment. And just like that, we come up onto our third 99 of the account. Only 32 XP away. I've got myself 1 bow in my inventory outside our friend Hickton's shop here. So once we click that bow and we string it, we get ourselves 99 fletching. Feels good, man. And since we're right here, we can grab ourselves the cape. Automatically trimmed already from our last foray. But there we go, look at that. 99. So this is pretty good, actually, the perk, if I ever need to make any arrows. Give me a little bit of extra ammo if I need it, but there we go. That is the last big task of the account before the roll. We just need to do the second quest and a little bit of cleanup, and one of the cleanup things actually happens right here. I can't reach. Hickton, come over here, I can't reach. These squares, they're forbidden. Please come walk a little bit forward. Good, thank you. No! Oh, I saved it. You all saw it. I saved it. Didn't go outside the chunk. Except for all those other times. Let me just pause it until he gets over here. Here we go. So I need some rune bolts. He only has 10. Weird. We're going to ignore that scroll. Okay, there we go. That's first cleanup task. Rune bolts, best in slot. Equip, and done. Okay, so we just need to do a couple more cleanup, but first let me go do the quest. So here we are. We're outside the portal to see our friend Violet again. I don't think I'm actually going to include me going through the quest in this video. The video's already over an hour long, and just adding that on will add too much time. I will record it, so if you guys want to see it, let me know in the comments, and I'll include it in the next episode. But for now, I'm just going to go take care of it, skip to the end, and you'll see me on the other side at the quest complete screen. Ta-da! Quest complete. Quest number 2 on the account. A couple XP lamps, some nice cosmetic stuff. Got my first whip. Oh, neat. But we did it. Okay. That is all of the big things that we need to do. Now we just have to clean up. So I went ahead and used up those adamant bars to make my best in slot armor with a helmet and a plate body, because I only had the med helm and the chain body before. So that should satisfy the chunk picker's need for best in slot. I also made the pickaxe to replace the adamant one we had before. And let me test and see if this is also an achievement like the mine with a steel pickaxe was. So real quick, 1 second. No, nothing. But I am one-hitting the ores now, so that's great. And that'll help us if we need to do a bit of mining, which will be soon once we hit right there. That'll bring us 99 summoning, which I'll do with Iron Titans, which we will need as the name suggests, a lot of iron. So there are only 2 things left to do. First, we need to cook the shark that we worked so hard to get earlier. Brought up a few because we can burn it, but the first one is complete. And then lastly, we need to get a pet fish. Fortunately, I have a fish bowl. I'm assuming they came from Spirit Implings because I have 5 of them, and that's, I think, the only place I would have gotten them from. So let's pick one of these up, and we need to fill it with some water and put some seaweed in it. So I need to get some seaweed first. There we are. So we just take the seaweed, stick it right in the fish bowl here, and it's all set up for our friend. So we head over to Harry here. I think he will give us a teeny net so we can fish in his aquarium. There we go, tiny net, fish in his aquarium. And there we go. At least it doesn't need walking. And that completes the chunk. Here we are, back at our old friend the chunk picker. It's been only 45 days since our last roll. Not too shabby. We have a few fair places to roll, so let's go over them. Number 1 is probably the biggest one. It has the dreaded Taverley dungeon that we've been avoiding this whole time, and we'll need to procure a Draconic Visage as well as the Summoning Obelisk here, which brings 99 summoning for the cape. It also has a slew of other smaller tasks, but we'll talk about them if we get to those. Number 2 is some primo corner content. We have access to the corner of this beacon platform up here, and some blue dragons that I can't reach. Number 3 gives us the route to the Death Plateau and the access to further into the mountains for later chunk rolls. The trolls on the platform do have a couple things that we need to take care of if we get up there. Number 4 is the other big one. It brings us the Catherby farming patch and Puro. I did manage to dodge the bigger of the grinds with the farming through the Jack of Trades, but I will need to get 95 cooking for a summer pie, and I'll need to talk about the rules for Puro if we get to that point. Number 5 is a relatively free chunk. It gives me access to the bank there, and it has only a few short grinds that I need to take care of. And then number 6, it will grant me the ability to rectify the mistake I made by going to the island for fish flingers by officially unlocking the area. I'll try to complete as many games as I can, but I may end up treating it as a passive, as it is a time-gated activity. It's limited by the number of entry tickets that you can get, and the games run only every 15 minutes. But I think that's all I need to talk about right now. Let's pick a new color, as is tradition. I'm feeling this blue-gray color, feels pretty nice. But with that being said, let's hit that roll button. Chunk number 5. Catherby Bank. Couple of short things. Let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, we have a master farmer now. That's nice. Batwing book. Okay, not useful. Did I not do the safe up here? I don't know. We'll do it again real quick. Magic logs. Is there a magic tree over here? I don't think so. I thought it was over here. I'll need to look into that. More Batwing. Staff of Air. I have that from the clues, so I can actually just check this off right away, actually. A new achievement and some NPCs I need to take care of. Yeah, so yeah, pretty easy. Let's head over there and take a little walk around. Alright, here we are. Let's take our first steps. Ooh, that's nice. So we got some new stalls. We got some dudes. We got pineapples and seaweed that I can just buy. That's nice. We have the bank. Very important. But I think the most important thing is this. Our friend. We have our second lodestone. And we can finally teleport. We don't have to walk all the way through the mountain. Oh, that's probably my favorite thing about this right now. We have the beach. We can just come and bank over here. Oh, this is nice. This is lovely. I love this. This is great for me. The master farmer. Got a guard who can't pickpocket the guard, unfortunately. Some boats. Okay, I need to figure out where we find these magic trees. Because I don't think anything here drops the seeds. Got a new music track. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I was looking at the drop table of the Master Farmer. They don't have magic seeds. And there's no magic trees as far as I know. But let's take another scope. We've got the crystal tree over there. That's a little spooky. And an elder tree too. But that's for later. Don't worry about it for now. And the oh, glowing. Oh no, that's not what I want. Alright, well, that's, again, I'm getting distracted. So we've got bats. We've got more oaks. We've got willows. A nice source of willows now. I didn't have that before. I only had my own tree. But yeah, so I think that's it. My first cursory glance, I'll take a look around a little bit more. But I think this is the time to end the episode. It's already been a very long episode, over an hour already. So let's end that here. Let's recap. We got ourselves at third 99. We got a lot of sharks, a lot of fish to stock up on. Made a few mistakes, but that's fine. Nothing to worry about. Got our 2000 total level. Very good chunk. Another music track I didn't notice. But yeah, this is it for now. Thank you all for watching if you're still here. If you're listening to my voice, I would hope you're still here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. But thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya.